Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I am doing another collab with my good friend Jen. So if you missed the last one, I'll link it down below. We picked a palette that we both had and we decided to do a palette bingo kind of get ready style video, and we answered some questions and kind of stuff like that, and we had so much fun doing it that we said we'd do it again. And I thought, first of all, I knew we both had this palette, and secondly I thought it was very time appropriate. It is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and I do believe that Mercury is indeed in retrograde, so yeah, I thought that was a good one to go with. So just in case you don't know who Jen is, and I don't know why you wouldn't, because you know she's fabulous and she's a major part of the project panning community here. She's living in Canada, and she is the most beautiful inside and out. Her eye looks are just divine, and I think, like, what am I doing an eyeshadow video with her, because I'm the hope, like, can't compete. But it's not about competing, it's about having a bit of fun. But I guarantee you, whatever shades she comes up with, it's just going to be a stellar look out of her. But she's great fun as well, and her knowledge of makeup and her collection, she's such a vast collection as well. I'm always fascinated watching her shop my stashes and collection videos and what she's panning and all that kind of thing, because I love to see what she has and all that kind of stuff. I'm a very nosy person. But yeah, so please, if for some reason you're not subscribed to Jen and you are subscribed to me, please head on over and subscribe to her, because she'd only be delighted and I'd be thrilled that you, please say that you came from me, because I'd love her to know that you came from me. And yeah, she's awesome. I love Jen, she's fantastic. If for some reason you're coming over from Jen's channel to mine, hi, hello, how are you? My name's Ruth, I'm living here in Ireland, and I mainly do project panning content and some kind of collection videos and the very odd palette bingo get rid of me style video. Very odd, because I'm not good at it. But yeah, I couldn't say no to Jen when she asked again. It's like, yes, totally, I'm in. I had great fun the last time. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we have our Mercury Retrograde palette, and we're going to randomly generate 5 shades to use, and we're going to answer 5 questions at the same time. So let's do the shades first. Oh, I'm so nervous. I was really nervous the last time, and we used the Carnival palette by Stacey Marie, and I was so nervous that I wouldn't be able to create a look at it, but I actually really ended up enjoying the look. So that's why I was like, yeah, let's do this again, let's see what happens. I'm a bit nervous. There's a few colours there I'm not mad keen to get, but I'm not going to say it out loud because that'll only manifest it. So we're just going to go for it. So we have, what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 12, 18 shades. Okay. 18. I have the random generator, and the first shade is number 16. So number 16 is this shade here. Well, aren't we off to a lovely start? Because no matter what, that's an easy enough one to use. I say easy. It's me. This could turn out disastrous. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, yeah. Whee! Now we're off. Okay, so next one. What do we get? Number 11. Oh, lovely. Well, lovely, yeah. Easy one again. Don't want it to be too easy. I want it to be a bit of a challenge. I shouldn't say that so soon, should I? What an idiot. So I didn't even show you. So I got this one here. This is a cream shade here. Don't drop the palette, Ruth, whatever you do. So you can you see it? Very faintly. Why is it always when I'm doing these videos, there's a neighbour out across the way deciding that's the perfect time to go have a smoke and look in and go, what is your one doing over there? Like, I live in the country side of Ireland. YouTube videos would be like, you do what now? Why would you do that? Sorry, no, just doing my eye. Okay, so we have 2 shades. Let's go. 3. Oh, 3. Ironic. Not ironic. Coincidental. This is number 3 here. I'm so glad we did this palette as well, because I haven't played with it nearly enough. I got it last year. I think it was Good Friday that it was on a half off on a site, and I went, yeah, I've always kind of liked the look of that one, so I want to try it. Interesting. Okay. 4th shade is number 15. Oh, what's my number 15? Just this shade here. Okay. There we go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous, guys? Oh, so fertile. These feel like just, they're the most beautiful eyeshadows. I don't have any other Huda palettes. None of the rest of them has spoken to me for the price tag, if that makes sense. But this palette, I don't know, I just always kind of hankered after it. So the last shade is number 10. And that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I got such a muted colour story, really. Do you know, considering I was dreading this one, I was like, oh, please don't let me get that one. But I got this one here. So we do a little swatcheroo. I think that's fairly fucking cohesive, lads, isn't it? I think we'll be alright. Yeah, fun. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Right. I'm all over the place. I'm like, oh. I'm such a nervous Nelly. My eyes. I think I finally come to a decision on my eye primer. I have the primer potion on again today, and I've had it actually on now for about an hour because I had done my makeup, and then there was a torrential downpour and gale winds. I said, okay, let's see if we can wait this out and see if it passes over and I can try. And because it has been that kind of day, you know, where literally now the sun is shining now and it's roasting again, and give it half an hour and probably be lashed again. So I've had this all on for an hour, and definitely my eyelids just feel wet and irritated, and just, yeah, I think primer potion is the issue. But I was putting it on today anyway because I said I want to know how the product that I'm using, that I know what I'm using. Does that make sense? I have a new one to try, but I didn't want to try it in a situation like this first time out. Shut up, rambling Ruth. Let's get into it. You're procrastinated enough. Now, let me see my questions. I actually did this, the questions this time. Jenn did them last time. I'll link our video from the last time below as well because it was great fun. I really enjoyed it. Okie dokie. Right. Let me see. What am I doing first? I've nearly forgotten the shades. I got it already. Oh my god, out. Okay, let's start with the cream, sure, and we can set down the crease a little bit. I hope I don't blind you, because the last time I was like talking like this, palette everywhere, bar, you know, someplace that you could actually still see me. So, first question I asked was, how did you meet your significant other? So, I am married. I've been married since 2007. And I met Pete in 2002. We're both from Limerick City. I was going out with a lad that was in his class when he was in school. We never met. I went to the same college as him. We never met. He hung around with the same people I did. We never met. Chatting about our lives when we were younger. We holidayed in the same kind of places as kids. We never met. We are 2 months apart in age, so we really would have been in the same circles in Limerick because we both lived in this, more or less in the city. We lived actually about 5-minute car drive away from each other. Never met. I decided one summer in 2002 that I was... Oh no, the eye primer has totally come away. Lovely. I decided in 2002 I was going travelling. I said I'm going to go work abroad and get out of Limerick and just do different things. So I went to the island of Kos off the coast of Greece, and I got a job in a bar and I worked there for the summer. Towards the end of the summer, 2 lads I went to college with walked into the bar. I was like, oh my god, what are the chances? What are you doing here, lads? Delighted to see them. Brilliant. Big hugs, the whole lot. Another lad coming in behind was like, I don't know you. You're not getting a hug. I don't know who you are. And that person happened to be Pete. And the rest, as they say, was history. We spent 2 lovely weeks in Kos together, and then when I came home a few weeks later, he had been living in Waterford and he had just moved back to Limerick, and I came home from Kos in September, and we had moved in together by before Christmas, was it, or just after Christmas? And it was just, that was it. That was it. There was just no ifs, ors or buts about it. It was just it. So I used to be such a believer in karma and things like that. But I just think there were so many other occasions in our lives that we could have met and we didn't because possibly the time wasn't right for us. I don't know. But, yep, it has been fantastic ever since. I'm very lucky. He's wonderful. He really is a wonderful, wonderful man. I love him to bits. And he loves me to bits. It's very way two-way street. So, yeah, that's how I met my significant other. Next up is, I said we go kind of, we go in for the deep one first and then we pull back and go for something fun. Top 5 TV shows. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here. We need to know these things because you need to know if you're going to get on with people not by their TV shows, I think. That's not true because, you know, we can all love whatever we want to love. I would have to say number 1, and it's because it is my comfort show. It's my, if I'm very depressed or anxious at that, because they say you go back to these things when you're feeling anxious because it's something you know and you get comfort from it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's my go-to. I'll start at the start. I'll go through the whole lot. My favourite episode is Once More Worth Feeling, which was the singing episode. But yeah, I just absolutely love and adore Buffy. Josh Whedon has slightly tarnished it for me because I would have thought he was a genius prior to all the shit that's going on with him now. But, you know, like so many other people, they're just letting us down left, right and centre. And like I loved Firefly as well, which was another one of his, so it's very disappointing to see that he's another asshole to add to the mix. But there you go. We shouldn't be surprised anymore, and yet we are. But yeah, it's kind of tainted a little bit for me, but yet I still go back to it because it's a comfort for me. I love going back to Buffy and watching it again and again. She's my ride or die. And Faith actually is my favourite character. I absolutely adore Faith. I really do. I think she's kick-ass. But yeah, that'll be, I suppose, my number 1 because it's my one that at least once a year I'll watch Buffy. Do you know what I mean? And even if it's just on telly, I don't care what episode, what season, I'll just throw it on and watch it. Next up, I was kind of thinking of ones that I rewatch because I think that's very telling of a show that you love and that you don't. What am I going in with next, lads? I think we'll stick to the kind of the redder tones, I think maybe on the top, and I might put the purple on the bottom. What do we think? We'll try it. So the next one is one that myself and Pete have watched full through, start to finish, I think 3 times now, and that's Justified. We just absolutely love Justified. Do you know, and it's another one that, and no matter what episode it is and it's on telly, we'll just end up sitting down watching it. You just don't keep flicking, you know, you just go, oh, Raylan's on. Yes, I'm watching that. I just think everything about it, the characters in it, the acting in it, the storylines, once you get out of kind of the first season, because the first season obviously they're just kind of a baddie and episode kind of show, you know, but once it gets past that first season, you really get great overriding arcs that are just phenomenal. I just loved it. I just thought it was a phenomenal show. Really, really good show. I liked those I liked Justified, I loved Sons of Anarchy, I loved Banshee, things like that. I like those kind of shows. I know for some they might be a bit violent or a bit gruesome, but they don't seem to bother me that much. But yeah, Justified is definitely one that myself and Pete especially will often sit down and kind of watch together and really, really enjoy. I thought then we should talk about a current one. So the one that myself and Pete are absolutely glued to the moment and can't turn off is Ted Lasso. Or Lasso, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Oh my god, that show. And as someone who lives this side of the world and is a huge football fan, we're Liverpool supporters in this house, it's so funny. It's so funny. His cluelessness and his himself and Coach Beard's relationship, and he's how I imagine a lot of American football coaches are. They're probably not, but it's just how, you know, over here how we envision them, you know. But yeah, it just makes me laugh, and it has great heart as well. It's funny, but you know, it has emotion as well. It's not just all about the jokes, you know. But yeah, it's a great series. I really, really enjoy that one. Another one that I rewatch fairly, not regularly, like maybe once a year or once every 2 years, because it's just one of those shows that every time I watch it, I just seem to find something new from it. And it's Band of Brothers. Don't know if you've ever watched Band of Brothers. It's just a phenomenal limited series about World War II, going from training camp all the way through to the end of the war and after. And it's just, again, the acting in it is phenomenal. The characters in it are phenomenal. And each episode kind of deals with another part of the war, and just, you know, the horrors that they faced, God love them. And yet the brotherhood that they formed with their fellow soldiers and that. And then when they come home, you know, you think all that they went through over there. And then they come home and they're driving taxis and they're maybe not able to get work, or they're concerned, you know what I mean? They should be treated like gods when they come back, because what they've went through and what they did, it just kind of boggles my mind that there isn't more. I don't know, there isn't just more, you know, because, I don't know. And look, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with driving a taxi, there's nothing wrong with working on a building site or whatever the job may be, but I just feel like it's just, I don't know, it kind of boggles my mind that veterans aren't treated better than they are. You know, they've done some seriously wonderful things for our freedoms. And, you know, I know they're not all saints, don't get me wrong. I know there's some out there that are real, unfortunately, monsters, and they go into the army because it's accepted to be that, but the majority, I'm sure, aren't. But yeah, it's a phenomenal show. And like I said, phenomenal acting, great characters, wonderful writing, etc. So if you're into any kind of army kind of movies or shows like that, it's a fantastic one if you haven't seen it. And then I love kind of reality TV. Like at the moment, I want to put these in together because I'm onto my 5th. But I'm going to lump in together Strictly Come Dancing, which is the English equivalent of Dancing with the Stars, and the Great British Bake Off. They just, this time of year especially, this is what makes autumn for me. It's like the coziness of watching the Bake Off and watching Strictly. You know you're going to have the fire on, and you're going to be, you know, having a hot whiskey or something, watching it, or a glass of red wine, or, you know, and you're having your nipples and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's just something so cozy about it, wrapped up in my blanket and my cozy fleece pajamas. I know, I'm a bit of a rock star, what can I say, you know. You get to a certain age in your life and that's living the dream. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Those two. I wouldn't watch all reality shows, but I do like some of them. If they have some good, you know, like the dancing or the baking or stuff like that. I'm big into the likes of Love Island and stuff like that. And if you're fair play to, I'm delighted for you. Each to their own. They're just not to my taste. I need a bit more kind of secondary, if that makes sense. You know, so you have the reality, but you also have something else going on, whether it be baking or dancing or whatever it may be. I used to be into the likes of the X Factor and that, but I kind of gone off those because they're all just so, I feel sorry for the acts that are in it, really. They just seem to, they're just used and abused and thrown away, basically. It just kind of makes me sad. But yeah, those are my 5-ish TV shows. I was going to put in Grey's Anatomy because I have never missed an episode of Grey's Anatomy. I love medical dramas in general, and I've never missed an episode of Grey's Anatomy, but I can't say in recent years that I've been as glued to it as I used to be. It's kind of gone off the boil for me a little bit, but yeah, it was for a long time. That would have been a die-hard favourite of mine. Oh, look at that. Oh, guys. This is such a beautiful shade. Can you see it? No, Rox, we can't. Too far away. Fair enough. I do it on the other. Yeah, this primer is definitely going to have to go because it's just not working for me. Now, maybe it's too old. I don't think so, though. I don't think I've ever really been in love with it. In love with it. In graw, be Irish. Yeah, it's just not. Anytime I wear it now, I always notice that my eyes seem to be more irritated. And like at the start of the year, I was using a concealer from Revlon, quite a thick concealer, and I wasn't having half the issues that I'm having now. That's not looking too bad. I'm happy with that so far. Happy with that so far. Give it a little bit of a buffy. Ah, buffy, get it. Yeah, I know. What was our next question till I see? I find the questions handy for me, so those I'd just be sitting there waffling on about Christ only knows what. Least favourite part of makeup application. So my least favourite part would be anything to do with eyeliners. I am shockingly bad at eyeliners. I just cannot get the hang of it. And I know people say practice. I've practiced, okay people? I've practiced. It's just not working for me. Liquid eyeliner, forget about it. Not happening. No matter, I've tried felt tip, I've tried brush tips, I've tried pot gel liners, you name it, I've tried it. Just doesn't work out. I'm just, I don't know, the line, I end up looking like Amy Winehouse every time. I end up just looking like a mad woman. And I can kind of do a pencil one. I'm not great at it, but I can manage it. But yeah, I just don't enjoy it. It's definitely not a part of the routine that I enjoy, because I just feel like I just can't master it, and it just, no matter what I do, I've never look and go, oh, doesn't that look nice? Ooh, look at me. No, never happens. So yeah, that would be my least favourite. And then the next thing I had asked is least favourite colour eyeshadow to use. And the reason I was so worried about this colour here would be blues. I don't hate them, but I just don't think they suit me. And maybe that's to do with eye colour and maybe just you. Growing up in the 90s as well, when we all had feckin' icy blue eyeshadow, so maybe it's a little bit of PTSD where I'm like, no, don't make me relive it. So maybe that is a big element of it. But yeah, blue eyeshadow would have to be my least favourite. This is such a beautiful eyeshadow. Shut up. Why didn't I put that all over my lid? Because you're an idiot. That's why. Oh, that's so pretty. Can you see it? Probably not. But it is beautiful. Please, take my word for it. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? She's beautiful. Yeah, I need to play with this palette more. I'm so glad we chose this palette because I'm so happy to be playing with it. I'm sticking it in my eyeball. Oh my god. Somebody sent help. I'm so sorry if you came from Jen's channel expecting, you know, the same level of skill as what you get over at Jen's. This ain't the place. Sorry to tell you. Jen is just so, like she can come on camera, just the eyes done, no other makeup done, and you don't even notice or care because you're just transfixed with the beauty of her eyeshadows. Just gorgeous. And she's mad into her indie brands at the moment. She's got so many lovely new indie eyeshadows in her collection. I'm so jealous. But it's just not worth it to me at the moment. The price of delivery and customs and everything at the moment is practically the price of the eyeshadows. So I'm just gonna have to hang tough. It's not like I haven't enough eyeshadow to keep me busy. God. I'm trying. I say this now and then it won't happen. I'm trying very hard to do a no buy, but it is tough, guys. I am struggling. But I just can't. I have to stop. It's becoming a bit of an issue now, I'll be honest with you. The finances are not there to be supporting my addiction. And they never were really there. But no, it's definitely not. Especially as we're facing into Christmas and stuff. I'm just taking a little bit of the darker purple just to deepen up the outer corners. I don't think we ever said we couldn't add in an extra eyeshadow. It's just to make sure we actually use the shadows that are pulled for us. I'm so curious to see what colour she gets and what she does with them. I was laughing the last time. I think, did neither of us get a green? And the size of the palette and the amount of the greens that was in it, neither of us got a green, which I thought was crazy. But yeah. I don't know if that made things better or worse, though, won't I? I'm really disappointed. I don't know if you can see, but it's completely, the primer is completely separated here and it's just pulling the eyeshadow away. What is my last question? Favourite food? Well, get settled in, lads. This could be a long one. First of all, I'm a vegetarian. Not a vegan, a vegetarian. I've been so since I was 5. I never liked the taste and texture of meat, and that is why I am a vegetarian. Later in life it did become more about animal rights and stuff like that, but it didn't start out that way. As an innocent young one, I just didn't hated the taste and texture, and yeah, never really went back to it. Favourite food. Look, I love desserts. Any dessert. Not any dessert. Most desserts. Chocolate. Don't like chocolate ice cream, but I love chocolate. But I love... What do I love most? I love a pizza. A good pizza. Proper good pizza. And yes, I do put pineapple on it. I am that weirdo. And you can't tell me it's wrong, because I love it. I also put pineapple into curries. Pizza. I think pizza would be right up there, one of my favourites. I'm trying to think now. God, how can I not think? Cheese fries from Eddie Rockets. They're always nice, they were. Eddie Rockets is gone now though, very sad. Yeah, I think pizza would be up there, a good pizza, like, as one of my favourite foods. But like, I just love food. Look at me, of course I do. I like Indian, but it can't be too spicy. I'm not good with too much spice. I like some Chinese food. I like some Mexican, again, not too spicy. Yeah, I think I'd have to go, like, if you were saying to me, Ruth, you can't do anything else the rest of your life. I think pizza would be a fair one, because, you know, you could have different toppings. Nobody said you couldn't have different toppings. So you can make it different every time. See, you have to be thinking, guys. You have to be thinking outside the box. Oh, lads, if you came from Jenn's channel, I'm so sorry. You didn't realise you were coming over to a crazy lady, did you? I can confirm, for anyone who saw my last video, there has been no spider spottings. Don't think we've had any babies anywhere in here. I'm still looking over my shoulder, I won't lie, but yeah, I think we're okay. Right, I think I'm done, guys. I've used all my shades, all 5 shades, so I'm going to put you on pause for a minute, or a second really, because that's all it'll be to you, and I'm going to put on my mascara and stuff like that, and I'll be right back to you. Bear with me. Okay, and I'm back. So I have my mascara on, top and bottom, tiny bit of eyeliner, just to give a bit of definition around the lashes, but that is it. That is my eye look. I hope you think it came out alright. Did get mascara up there. Having time to let it dry, try to move it off. We all know how that goes. Patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to wet mascara. Let me be a lesson to you. Don't rush it, people. Wait. Yeah, Huda Mercury Retrograde. I'm so glad we used this palette, because I've just thoroughly enjoyed using it again, and I think now this is going to stay out. Even though I have 1,000,001 eyeshadows in projects, I don't care. I want to play with this more, because I just had such fun playing with it today, and I really want to get to know it better. I had this shade in a project early in the year in Panda's eyeshadows, but I didn't really dip into the palette much, and I want to, and I need to, because I just think it's beautiful, especially this time of year. I think it's beautiful. Forget about these lads up here, and the rest of it is very autumnal, I think. But yeah, what do you think? Did I do it okay? Alright, like. Can't wait to see what Jenn has done, and I can't wait to hear her answers to all the questions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I really, really hope you go to Jenn and give her a subscribe. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I said hi, even though I'll be saying hi to her later myself. And if you've come over from Jenn's, welcome. I really truly hope you will subscribe and stay with me, because I love having you. I love this community so much. I know I say it 90 times a video, but I love this community so much. It has just been an absolute lifesaver for me, really. Being stuck at home and not being able to go to work at the moment for health, it just has been great to have something to get up and focus on and chat to people about, and I'm rambling as per usual. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would have done down below. Let me know would you've done something a bit different, and I might try it out myself in my own time. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.